Thank you. Seniors, you may be seated. Welcome parents, family, friends, and members of the community to the 77th Annual Commencement Ceremony. I wish to thank and recognize the top students in the class of 2021 for their dedication in continuing the tradition of the daisy chain. Albeit a little different this year, they were still instrumental and supportive of this year's graduating seniors. Thank you to the Board of Education for their continued service and support of our school district and the class of 2021. At this time, I would like to introduce Class Vice President Cecilia Santos for the pledge to the flag, along with the senior members of the high school chorus as they will perform the national anthem. If everyone would please rise at this time and remain standing for the pledge, the national anthem, and the Royalton-Hartland Alma Mater.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner Onward, Royalton-Hartland, onward straight to thy goals. Give thy strength and beauty, close within us leave them behind. We will keep thy spirit safe within our minds. Purple for the majesty, white for the simple truth. 'Tis the strong guiding hand which leads us through our youth.
Thank you. Seniors, you may be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce Class President Carmela Huntington for our welcome. Carmela?
Graduates, families, friends, members of the board, and administration. On behalf of the class of 2021, I would like to welcome you to this year's graduation ceremony. Thank you for being here in support and to witness my fellow classmates, along with myself, leave this chapter of our lives for the next. This year's not been easy, and we would like to thank all of you for your continued support throughout this tough time. During our 4 long years at Roy-Hart, we've had so many different memories and so many different experiences that have helped us become the people that we are today. Whether it was getting a peace sign from Baker in the morning or an alert slip for being late to class, everything that happened in school helped us become the people we are, and it allowed us to get to this moment. Every person that stepped foot in the building while you were in it had some sort of influence in your life, whether it was a major one that shaped you into who you are, or just a passing hello in the hallway. When we left school in March last year, we figured that it would just be about 2 weeks. Well, that didn't age too well. We were here for the rest of our junior year, or we were out for the rest of our junior year, and we had no idea what senior year would look like. With the uncertainty going into this year, I know that all of us were a little bit nervous as to how it would go and what it would look like. But, I mean, we didn't really get all of the stuff we wanted. It was just anticlimactic. We didn't have too much. We didn't get to experience the year together. When you enter your freshman year, you think a lot about how high school is going to go. Personally, I was collecting blue things for 4 years because I wanted to wear all of my blue things on class color day, and I'll never get to use them. When we hit senior year, we knew that we wouldn't get much of a normal year. No homecoming, no spirit weeks, and at first we thought no sports or clubs. We were in school for half the time, and the other half was on a computer screen, so what really was the point? Sure, this year was unconventional and it was abnormal, but we still reached the same result as everyone else. We hit this milestone in our lives and closed this chapter. Everyone should be extremely proud as you walk this stage and take the moment in because it's truly amazing. I also heard from a little bird that it's Mr. Bell's birthday, so I'd like to wish him a happy birthday as well.
Thank you. Thanks, Carmela. Thank you, Carmela. I would now like to introduce Class Treasurer Madeline Colley for the introduction of our guest speaker.
My name is Madeline Colley, and I have had the honor of serving as the class treasurer for the class of 2021 for the past 4 years. Today I have the privilege of introducing one of the most dedicated, passionate, and hardworking teachers that has ever worked in the Royalton-Hartland Central School District as our guest speaker. Ms. Kozowski teaches Spanish 3 through 5 and has been teaching for 30 years at both the high school and college level. Not all of our graduates this year took her classes, but on behalf of all the students who did, we are extremely grateful to have been taught by such an amazing teacher. Ms. Kozowski is the kind of teacher who always pushes her students to grow and challenge themselves to be the very best students that they can be. She not only taught my classmates and I Spanish, but also instilled other skills in us like writing and public speaking, which are very important skills to possess in the real world. At the beginning of Spanish 3, we were told that we would be expected to write multiple papers in Spanish, memorize them, then stand in front of the class to recite the papers by memory. At first, this was terrifying to my classmates and I, but as the year went on and with constant support and advice from Ms. Kozowski, we all grew confident with our Spanish and public speaking. The past year and a half, we've all been faced with the challenges of dealing with COVID-19, but Ms. Kozowski also faced challenges of her own. Late last school year, she was diagnosed with cancer. Due to COVID-19 and her underlying health conditions, Ms. Kozowski has been teaching fully virtual from her home. This has not stopped her from being the outstanding teacher that she has always been, but it has caused her to be apart from her students who she cares so deeply for. Though all of these challenges that she has endured this school year, she has still remained one of the most persistent teachers who has helped many of this year's seniors and underclassmen navigate their way through this unorthodox year. Even though all of us graduates here today are leaving Roy-Hart and moving on to the next chapters of our lives, whatever that may be, we all hope that next year she will be able to return to her classroom and share her abundance of knowledge with the students for years to come, so that they too can appreciate not only such an amazing teacher, but an amazing person. And then
Very high praise and a lot to live up to. Thank you very much. Good evening, graduates, parents, school personnel, and friends. I am honored and humbled to be invited by this senior class to speak at one of the most important rites of passage of any American student. It is so meaningful that we often hear of war veterans who sacrificed attending their own commencement ceremonies to go to combat, who are just now receiving their high school diplomas at 80 and 90 years old. Your accomplishment is no small feat. When I accepted the invitation to speak, one of my senior Spanish students said, "You always have good advice for us." No pressure there. Well, at least you are listening and thinking about what counsel I may have to offer. I do not remember the speakers nor the speeches from my own 3 graduations, and likely neither will you remember today's. But in these brief moments together, I hope to plant a small seed that roots itself in your subconscious for you to cultivate and harvest for years to come. 35 years ago, almost to the day, I stood on the old Medina High School stage and gave the graduation speech to my own senior class. I see you all doing the math in your head. She's that old? Yes, I am. Before addressing the audience, I was seated in the front row with a clear view of my mother, sitting in the center of the balcony, and I was embarrassed and slightly amused that she was crying. I hope to repeat that experience for her and all of you this evening. Hi, Mommy. My topic for you tonight is simple. Words. They are what I have built my career upon. Their strength lies in their presence and in their absence. Your entire life, words have been with you, beginning with your name, then cooing and babbling, imitating and trying to form the sounds around you, the excitement your parents had of hearing your first spoken words, and later their desire for you to shut up for just a minute. As you began to converse, recite song lyrics, and learn to read, you discovered that words have power. What people say to you, what you tell others, what you silently tell yourself with that inner voice. There is a force behind words, whether in lauded praise or stinging criticism, a lexicon that lives buried within us that can at any time bubble up and bring a visceral reaction to the surface from one's soul. It's a boy, Mrs. Gilman. I love you. Silence. Rejection. Happy birthday. You got a 100. You failed the test. Congratulations, you've been accepted to the college of your choice. A whispered prayer. Words are most powerful when followed by deeds. The reaction you receive the first time you squealed, "Mommy, Daddy, look what I made for you." An art project, a craft coming from hurried feet and little hands from pure innocent hearts and made with love. The I do's in a marriage vow and rings placed on fingers. Indelible words of a tattoo embedded in skin, or the carefully selected epitaph for a life measured in memories. I'm sorry rings hollow alone, but when accompanied by a hug or a small token and not repeating the offending behavior, the phrase is credible and most meaningful. The holding of a frail hand and the gently whispered, "I am here." It's okay to let go, to help our loved ones transition from this life. We need only to remember the impactful speeches and actions of suffragette Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Martin Luther King, President John F. Kennedy, and a simple yet resonating refusal by Rosa Parks that were the catalyst to broad societal change and equal rights for women, people of color, and people in need of special education. So powerful are words that their creators are threatened with censorship or forced into exile like Jorge Luis Borges, even executed like Federico Garcia Lorca. As my juniors read the classic Spanish novel Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes y Saavedra every year, they find that the words Quixote poured over in the books of chivalry and knight-errantry set him upon adventures and misadventures and the quest for love, justice, and action, in lieu of a life of idle comfort, which Quixote sees as the true madness in life. It is not the lofty, highbrow vocabulary, the PSAT word lists, Ms. Kozelski's weekly vocab checks that truly matter. It's the intonation, the communication, the intention, the inflection, the comprehension, and reception of words that are personalized and internalized. As a language teacher of 30 years, I've been privileged to hear how the words I've taught have affected my former students, and they themselves have touched. One year, a former student wrote to me from college around Christmas time. She was volunteering in Rochester at a Toys for Tots. A woman came in who spoke only Spanish and needed toys for her young children so they could have something to open from Santa at Christmas. The student was excited to tell me that she'd used her Spanish to talk to the mother. I wrote back not only to praise her for using her second language skills, but to impress upon her the gravity of what she had done. This mother, likely knowing she would have to struggle to communicate her needs, had this burden lifted by a few spoken words of Spanish. How relieved she must have been to know that someone cared about her plight. Her children would have a Christmas. Another student who graduated from Roy-Hart a few years ago immediately set off to teach in Central America. The job fell through. From Nicaragua to Guatemala and on to Israel and Jordan, she found her soulmate, married him, and is living in Israel, a path she set upon, all because she learned another language at Royalton-Hartland High School. Our own Mr. Luckman, another former student of mine, who thought he would never use his Spanish. That is, until the Navy stationed him in Cadiz, Spain. Mrs. Heck, who lived for a time in Ecuador. Mr. Schaus, whose life is forever enriched, as he and his family went to Colombia to bring home his son. Lexi, Paige, Chief Swick, and his son Jeff, who by chance found me sitting in the Las Vegas, Nevada airport 2 years ago as they returned from yet another mission trip to help build an orphanage in Mexico. You can be assured that their words, in English or Spanish, have forever affected others, and vice versa. Moments from now, for you and your parents, the most impactful words today will be the individual call of your name as you walk the stage and receive your diploma and hear the collective congratulations class of 2021. You will be empowered. You will feel it wash over you and like electricity, transfer through to your parents and teachers, encompassing in seconds the conversations and exchanges between one another over the past 18 years. Each word has mattered to you, to them, to us. On a personal note, the words of encouragement, prayer, love, and genuine care you have shared with me as a student body, as colleagues, friends, strangers, and community members have carried me further in the past 18 months than you will ever know. I truly understand what it means to be uplifted. You have been in no small part the reason I believe I am still here today. I have kept every email, card, video, every heart-to-heart conversation, and the song She is a Warrior that Mr. Doyle and Mrs. Hoy made in my honor. I carry them on my journey. I not only say to you with a full heart and a genuine thank you, but to put action behind my words, I have made a monetary donation in honor of the Royalton-Hartland class of 2021 and the entire Royalton-Hartland district community to Megan's fund. As you may know, Megan was a former student at Roy-Hart who we tragically lost to ovarian cancer, who reminded us all to man up. Her memorial fund benefits the Courage of Carly and Make-A-Wish of Western New York Foundations and the Man Up Memorial Award, which is given to Roy-Hart seniors every year. May your words continue to have a ripple effect in our community and beyond. As I bid you, the graduating class of 2021, a joyous and celebratory farewell, I impress upon you my most important advice to take with you on your journey. Wherever you go, on the paths you choose, like our beloved Quixote, carry the sword of temperance with you as you learn to wield the power of your words. As Cervantes said, love not what you are, but what you may become. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2021.
At this time, I would like to introduce class salutatorian. At this time, I'd like to welcome back our senior high chorus for the singing of In My Life. Senior high chorus.
There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain.
All these places with lovers and friends, I still can recall. Some are dotted and some are living.
In my life, I love them all. Do 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 do. But all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new.
Oh, I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before.
In my life, I love you more, though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll stop think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my
Now, at this time, I would like to introduce Class Salutatorian Carter Green for his speech. Carter?
Thank you, Mr. Bell. I'm honored to be with you today at commencement from one of the finest universities in the world. I never graduated from college. Truth be told, this is the closest I've ever gotten to a college graduation. Today I want to tell you 3 stories from my life. That's it. No big deal. Just 3 stories. The first story is about connecting the dots. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. I'm not here to plagiarize Steve Jobs' Stanford commencement speech from 2005. In fact, I should have included the citation for what I just said. Sorry, Mr. Strauss. My bad. Hello, and if you haven't already realized, I'm not Steve Jobs, and my name is Carter Green. I'm your salutatorian for the senior class of 2021 at Royalton-Hartland High School and not Stanford University. I'm here to give thanks, to reminisce, and to motivate our graduates so that we can leave our high school career off on a good note. I find it unfortunate that this has to be in the form of a speech because if I'm going to be honest, English is not my favorite subject. If I had it my way, I'd have pulled up a whiteboard and worked out an intricate math problem to then pain myself to try to create some metaphor and relate it to our commencement. Anything to avoid writing a speech, really. I don't think that anyone would be pleased to witness such a sight except for our calculus teacher, Mr. Reith. On a more serious note, I would like to formally thank everyone who made these last 4+ years everything that they were, no matter the circumstances. I would like to thank my classmates who kept working hard and staying dedicated. Congratulations. You did it. Thank you to their friends who were always there to make life fun and interesting, and to the teachers who may have taught us many lessons, whether they were life lessons or lessons specific to the subject they were teaching. Also for doing your best to adapt to a new teaching environment. Thank you as well. Thank you to the administration for stressing over and perfecting a new school environment in order to conform to new circumstances. And thank you to the custodians and maintenance for maintaining that clean and functional environment. And most of all, I would like to thank our parents. We love you. Not just mine, but by the end of the ceremony, I want you all to make sure that you thank your parents and you tell them that you love them. They've done a lot more for you than you realize, and you only get 1 pair. Today they have come to celebrate your accomplishments, but here's a small piece of advice. Take advantage of this situation because at this point in time is when they're most likely to give you money if you ask them. If they've been tough on you and you can't wait to get out of their house, it's because they love you and they want the best for you and your future. Perfect example of this is my father. I can recall many times when he would tell me, although I can be friendly, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be your parent. Your parents may teach you many valuable life lessons, and truth be told, they might actually be correct, who knew? So the only thing you have to decide for yourself now, that you are all going your separate ways, is whether or not you will take their advice and life lessons with you into the future. Over the past 4 years, we have created enough memories to last a lifetime. I hope that we can all cherish these memories and take them with us wherever we may go for years to come. Just remember, there's no place like home. I know in the future we will look back and say, wow, those were the good old days, just like how our parents may ramble about the 80s and how they got to school. Whether you'll be thinking about the infamous DC trip that we went on in 8th grade, or the clowning that took place in those fancy hotel rooms, families that we built on sports teams, Goonie pranks, parties with the boys, final exam stress, and everything in between, we must remember that Roy-Hart is our home. No matter who you are in this crowd, I know you have ambitious plans after high school. I also know that you all have goals and dreams. The only thing that keeps a graduate from climbing the ladder is the ladder itself. The only thing keeping you from your goal is hard work and the will to motivate yourself. If you can successfully motivate yourself, I'm almost certain that any of you can do whatever it is that you desire. It's that simple. Hard work plus time equals fulfilled goals and dreams. Life is quite simple if you work hard to keep it that way. I know that you are all tired of COVID, or even tired of talking about it for that matter. Maybe you like the new structure, but I'm confident that most of you didn't like it. School changed, society changed, maybe even friends changed. But no matter the circumstances, we all accepted those changes with open arms or with folded arms, laying in bed and asking for someone to bring you your laptop so you can do your schoolwork because it's coronation, baby. I don't need to get out of bed to be in class. But we changed as well. We were able to change and overcome the new obstacles that COVID threw our way, and we made it to the stage. Congratulations. If we were able to finish our upperclassmen years of high school with these extra obstacles and changes in place, I cannot wait to see what we will be able to do in the future when COVID doesn't dictate the way we live our lives. Whether or not we like it or if our parents approve of it, we must remember that we are the future of this society and this nation. The only way to victory is hard work and confidence. As Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Good health and good luck to you all in your future endeavors, and I cannot wait to see you guys again at summer union in the distant future when we have inevitably become the people who sit in the audience. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Carter. Now, I would like to introduce class valedictorian Brianna Meany for her speech.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and administrative staff. Thank you all for being here today to help commemorate the graduation of Royalton-Hartland's class of 2021. The past few years have been nothing short of an adventure for everyone. We have all experienced this moment of we all appreciate this moment of normalcy to end the all but normal senior year we have experienced. Firstly, I want to take a special moment to thank the faculty and administration for all they have done during this pandemic. It's important to acknowledge the struggle many teachers faced having to adjust teaching methods. After school shut down, teachers had to switch to online learning, something that many students failed to adjust to. Without the ability to physically see and talk to their students, teachers all around the world were forced to witness students disappearing and failing classes they otherwise could have passed. The teachers here at Royalton-Hartland have worked very hard these last 2 years to provide normalcy and maintain a good teacher-student relationship. To the administration, thank you for working to give us the senior year we never thought we would be able to have. With all the rules and regulations constantly changing, we appreciate all you have done for us, especially giving us a prom and this normal graduation that many other schools were forced to cancel. I speak for the class of 2021 when I say thank you. As I walked down the halls a few weeks ago, I heard two girls talking to each other, and the one said, "There's only a week before we finally get to get out of here." And the reality of that set in. For those two girls, it is okay to say they get to leave in a week because they'll be coming back. There is a security in knowing that you will eventually come back. For all of us, it was truly our last week in a building that we spent 12 years. And now here we are. When we were in middle school, this moment seemed so far away. We were counting down the years, but yet there always seemed like there was a lot of time left. Then suddenly the carpet was pulled out from under us. There are no more years, there were only weeks. And now here we are, counting the minutes until we walk across this stage and leave the building that we spent 4 years together. We will leave the people who provided comforting faces to pass in the halls. We are stepping outside of our boxes, some leaving for college, others working right away, and some joining the military. Other than knowing which one of those categories we fall into, our future is a completely blank slate. We are beginning a journey that will take us into the unknown, a journey that school did not prepare us for. Yet there was a blessing in disguise. Although it is expected for me to talk about how COVID-19 has affected our senior year and our lives, I think that it is also very necessary. COVID-19 is the defining feature of our generation, so what we went through during the final years of our education should be acknowledged. COVID-19 was not positive, but some of the skills that we have learned give us an upper hand compared to the other generations. I'm sorry, Mr. Reith, but I will not need to know how to do trigonometric substitutions when trying to solve an integration problem. I will never need to know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. But the independence and adaptivity that COVID forced on us is important to our future. When in school, the time is always managed for you. High school prepares you for the repetition of every day being the same. But most people here want more from their lives. They have big dreams and aspirations to help people, travel, live life for themselves, and go with the flow that life has to offer. The structure of high school's educational systems did not help them. All it did was show them that repetition is definitely not something that they want. When COVID hit, we were all forced to adapt. The pattern was broken. For everyone graduating wanting more than just 9 to 5, you learned how to balance the importance of school, but still do what you love. Your education was no longer forced to be your main priority. Many of us enjoyed this year more than previous because you had more time to work and enjoy your teenage years. Yet, here we all are, graduating, proving to ourselves that we do not need the traditional structure of school to graduate, proving to ourselves a structure that we no longer will have. As time goes by, we will all realize that although COVID was not close to being the best time of our lives, it did help to prepare us for when we reached the best. These next few years will be difficult, but we are used to adapting. We are no longer used to the 7 to 3 school days that are only important during those 12 years of our lives. I would be lying if I said that these next few years will not be difficult and possibly scary. You are branching out into the unknown, but do not think that you are alone. We are forever the hybrid kids, the remotes, the ones who saw education change right before our very eyes. Everyone here has journeyed onto their own branch, but we all came from the same tree, and no tree would be beautiful if it didn't have a bunch of branches to hold the leaves. That's all.
At this time, I would like to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Hank Stupinski, to officially commence the class of 2021. Dr. Stupinski.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. It is my pleasure to participate in this ceremony today and celebrate this occasion as a Roy-Hart family. Too many of these gatherings have been taken from us over the last year and a half, and I'm so very, very happy for all of you to be here today. Sitting before you is a group of hardworking, talented young men and women that are continually supported by our community. Our scholarships and awards for 2021 totaled over $640,000, including community contributions in excess of $86,000. Thank you. These were awarded to the senior class, highlighting their exceptional talents and their dedication to their life pursuits. We welcome a round of applause to our graduates. I hereby recommend the class of 2021 be accepted by Board Vice President Mrs. Carol Bloomrick and the entire Royalton-Hartland Board of Education and the New York State Board of Regents as having completed the required coursework for graduation. Mrs. Bloomrick.
Class of 2021, I hope you don't mind if I share a few thoughts with you. I couldn't help but think about the greatest generation as I think of all the trials you've been through in the past year and a half. The greatest generation was the one that lived through the Great Depression in the 1930s and World War II in the 1940s. I remember members of this generation saying things like, "We walked 5 miles to school every day in a blizzard, in bare feet." It's like, really? But all kidding aside, will you be the next great generation? You've lived through an extraordinary year with this pandemic. Think about it. Hundreds of thousands of Americans have died. Not only did schools have to change their mode of instruction to remote learning, hybrid learning with masks, and physical distancing, but you became isolated. I mean, really isolated. As a result, you have had to become resilient and resourceful. You have become more appreciative of the things that are really important in life. Being kind, helping those that are in need, being with your family, spending time with friends. I remember when my father, from the greatest generation, used to tell me, well, you can wallow in self-pity, or you can pick yourself up by the bootstraps and move on. And looking out at all of you, some of you were in my 3rd grade class, some of you were munchkins in The Wizard of Oz. I know you. I know you will pick yourselves up by the bootstraps and show the world what you are made of. And I couldn't be prouder or more confident of our future with you leading the way. To our future great generation, on behalf of the Board of Education, we accept the recommendation. Congratulations, members of the class of 2021.
At this time, I would like to introduce Class Secretary Maya Quinn for the introduction of the advisors for the class of 2021 for the reading of the graduate names. Maya?
Hello everyone, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. My name is Maya Quinn, and I have been the class secretary for this year. While living through a pandemic for the past 18 months, we have continued our education through a very chaotic and unconventional method. Our academics and extracurriculars were thrusted into Google Meets and Zoom chats, and schedules were rearranged in order to resemble a lifestyle that was somewhat normal. In spite of this, one thing continued no matter how tough our situation was or what the next day had in store for us. We had hope. We had hope for the future, praying that it would improve and our world would be better. We had hope for each other, ourselves, and those around us. As we met with our advisors each month, we organized different plans of action in order to make this school year a memorable one. As suggestions were made and ideas became reality, our experienced advisors were there to provide insight and guidance as we attempted to honor all graduates. They assumed many roles and were able to give us the green light on many of our wishes for this school year. They were able to provide hope and encouragement for our class and help make this school year unforgettable. I'd like to introduce you all to Mr. Rowcroft and Mrs. Crane. On behalf of the class of 2021, thank you for your positive influence over the years, for organizing our signature mom sale, for being event planners, liaisons between us and administration, and for your commitment to us over the years. We appreciate you.
At this time, if we could have row 8 please stand up, and you can start your processional.
Kelsey Agaric, attending Niagara University, Psychology. Thaddeus Wojciechowski, entering the workforce. Miranda Walter, attending Belmont University, Music Education. Derek Volker, entering the workforce. Shelby Wolf, attending Niagara Community College, nursing. Daniel Varadi, attending Word of Life Bible Institute, and then furthering education at NCCC in pursuit of a business degree. Hannah Willard, attending the workforce or entering the workforce and attending NCCC for elementary education. Noah Stern, entering the workforce. Elena Troutman, attending Alfred State, Building Trades and Construction Management. Tucker Root, enlisting in the U.S. Army. Mallory Steiner, attending Niagara County Community College. JVR Rodriguez, attending Alfred State Automotive Technology. Jacqueline Sperduti, attending Niagara University Political Science. Peyton Reinhardt, attending Southeast Lineman Training Center. Jennifer Sparks, attending Genesee Community College. Thomas Raganese, attending Cairn College.
Lydia Slogenhaupt, attending GCC for nursing. Dominic Parasini, attending University of Buffalo Architectural Engineering. Cassandra Riles, entering the workforce. Caden Morgan. Bethany Ray, entering the workforce with her cosmetology license. Nico Martinez, entering the workforce. Rachel Petrie Troutman, entering the workforce. Sean Mahar, entering the workforce. Jordan Peters, attending Genesee Community College. Evan Madel, entering the workforce.
Thank you.
Riley Peters, attending Genesee Community College. Jeffrey Lovewell, attending Roberts Wesleyan College. Marissa Moore, entering the workforce. Joshua Lederhouse, entering the workforce. Riley McDonald, attending Niagara University for nursing.
Joel Kubas, undecided. Riley McCabe, attending Niagara County Community College, Physical Education Studies. Nicole Lugo, attending Niagara County Community College for animation. Jacob Keys, entering the workforce. Renee Lehman, attending Niagara University, Early Childhood Education. Austin Kelly, entering the workforce. McCarthy Lang, attending St. John Fisher College. Matthew Heschke, attending SUNY Erie College, Construction Management Engineering. Clara Jones, attending Genesee Community College. Kylie Johnson, NCCC for Criminal Justice. Rhett Goodwin, entering the workforce. Jonathan Gillings, entering the workforce. Tabitha Hess, attending Damon College.
Chase Frost, undecided. Jana Hageman, entering the workforce. Serena Gould, attending University of North Carolina, Charlotte. Dakota Fizette, entering the workforce. Maya Glenna, attending SUNY Erie College Dental Hygienist Program. Morgan Ginty, entering the workforce. Gavin Epson, entering the workforce. Zachariah Duiger, attending SUNY Erie College CNC Precision Certificate Program. Faith George, attending Damon College Physical Therapy DPT Program. Jacob Dixon, enlisting in the U.S. Marine Corps. Cherokee Fry, attending Western Governors University. Tegan Decker, attending SUNY Cobleskill Agricultural Science. Aiden Crosby, entering the workforce. Rachel Dunker, attending Alfred University Political Science and Public Law. Aiden Covert, entering the workforce. Annika Draper, attending Genesee Community College. Trevor Bullard, attending Niagara County Community College. Trinity Deal Davis, entering the workforce. Zachary Bruning, entering the workforce. Lexus Deal, attending St. John Fisher College, Nursing.
I love you, Steve. Thank you.
Christopher Bowman, undecided. Nathan Bond, entering the workforce. Samantha Capon, attending St. John Fisher College Pharmacy Early Assurance Program. Aiden Bly, attending St. John Fisher for pharmacy. Estella Campos, attending Damon College paralegal program. Hunter Babel, attending SUNY Erie College. Victoria Cacciatore, attending Genesee Community College. Ashton Becker, attending Norwich University, studies in War and Peace. Rebecca Berner, attending St. John Fisher College for nursing. Bradley Volker, attending University of Buffalo, Jacobs School of Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. Mackenzie White, Niagara County Community College, Horticulture. Mercy Walker, attending Niagara County Community College for nursing. Nicholas Saya, attending University of Buffalo. Lauren Strothman, attending University of Buffalo for biomedicine. Edward Murphy, attending SUNY Buffalo State, Television and Film Arts. Ariana Hayes, undecided. Madeline Grafenberg, attending Niagara County Community College, early childhood education. Dylan Gertz, attending Alfred State, Digital Media and Animation. Elise Balmer, attending Worcester Polytechnic Institute for Engineering. Maya Quinn, attending Niagara University, Political Science. Cecilia Santos, attending SUNY Environmental Science and Forestry, Environmental Resources and Engineering. Carmela Huntington, attending SUNY Fredonia for Biochemistry and Genetics. Carter Green, attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University for Aerospace Engineering. Brianna Meany, attending Medaille College for Veterinary Technology. Madeline Colley, attending Niagara County Community College, liberal arts and sciences, and continuing on into nursing.
Now, at this time, if I could have the class officers stand up and face their peers, please. Class officers, please face your peers. At this time, if you could turn your tassels and congratulate the class of 2021. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you to everyone in the community, students, staff, and faculty for this event tonight. This does conclude our ceremony. And again, another round of applause for the class of 2021. Thank you. Graduates at this time, you're free to leave and go see your parents. Good job, Zoe.
Oh, yeah.